Welcome to the lair of the Batty Boffin.
Hello Batty fans, welcome to another video all about trigonometry. Now, in the last video I told you a little about what trigonometry is all about, and it is nothing more than just measuring the height and the width of a right-angled triangle. Years and years and years ago somebody measured all these triangles, decided, oh, a triangle is this tall, it's this wide if it's got such and such an angle in it, and they just stuck them down in a book. These days they're in a calculator, and that's all you're doing is just looking up a bunch of figures that have been measured. So we're going to do an example now. We're going to do a simple one here where the longest side is 1, and that could be 1 metre, 1 centimetre, 1 whatever it is. And we're going to have an angle. Which angle shall we have? Let's have that one, I think. And let's say that angle is, let's say, 72 degrees. My diagrams are not to scale, as you can tell by the fact that the lines aren't even straight, really. Now, if we're talking about the height and the width of this triangle, then this one here is the height and this one is the width. So as I said last time, sine is to do with the height and cosine is to do with the width. So this side here is going to be the sine of 72 degrees, and this side here is going to be the cosine. The cosine, usually abbreviated cos, of 72 degrees. Now what we can do here is do a scale drawing just so that you've got an idea, make sure you are actually right. I wouldn't advise you trying to draw a scale drawing with a length of 1 metre, nor 1 centimetre. So just to make this a bit easier, we're going to times everything, like we did in the last video, by 10. So we'll have that 10 times bigger. Since that one's 10 times bigger, then these are all going to be 10 times bigger as well. So whatever figure you get from your calculator, your actual drawing is going to be 10 times bigger. So what you'll need now is a protractor to measure your 72 degrees, ruler, and either some squared or lined paper, preferably, to make it easier to get your right angles. So pause the video, and we need a line that's 10 centimetres long and a pair of right angle lines, obviously, that meet your line that's 10 centimetres long. So pause the video while you do that and come back in a minute or two. Right, you've got your scale drawing now. So we've got a pair of right angled lines and a line between them that's 10 centimetres long at 72 degrees to the short side. So next you're going to grab your calculator. Ta-da! Here's mine. Mine's bright pink. Yours might be a more butch colour, but hey, I like colour. So we're going to put this in, and depending on your calculator, it will either be like this. The sine of 72 equals, so that's the sine button, sine 72 equals, or you put in 72 and then tell the calculator what you want to do with it, as in take the sine. So generally the more modern calculators tend to use those, and the slightly older ones tend to use that. I've got both, but this one is a more modern one, so I'm going to put in the sine of 72. Oop, I might even get the right, here we go. The sine of 72 equals, and I've got a number out. So you pause the video and you see what you get out of that. Pause the video now. Now, to 2 decimal places, we should have 0.95. There's a whole lot of digits after that, but we're not doing it to such a degree of accuracy. So 0.95, so when we times it by 10, we should get 9.5 centimetres. So measure your side, and it should be 9.5 centimetres. Then we're going to do the same, working out the width. The width uses cosine. So again, pause the video and work out the cosine of 72 degrees. Pause the video now. Okay, hopefully you've got that. The cosine of 72, according to my calculator, is 0.31. not 30. Check the rounding on that. It's 0.309, which rounds to 0.31. So when we times that by 10, we get 3.1 centimetres for that width. So check your scale drawing and see if you've got 3.1 centimetres and 9.5 centimetres. If you haven't, make sure your angle is 72, make sure your right angle is a right angle, and make sure your longest side is actually 10, because it should be exactly those. And if you've got them and you've got exactly that, take a pat on the head and a gold star. Trigonometry is yours.